thick glasses. "Hey, Marcus," came a murmur from his left. Asim had a pair of headphones pressed deep within his ears. His dark black hair hung forward over two focused brown eyes as he stared intently at the piece of paper he was carefully sketching on. "Not a moment too soon. I was beginning to worry you'd missed this. I wanted to run a goblin theory past you before we meet with Gabe." Marcus raised his eyes from his toast to look at Stacey Toe, the Breakfast Club Investigator's fearless leader. "Sorry I'm late. I overslept." Marcus stopped mid-toast crunch. "Wait. Goblins?" "Gabe's case. It has to be goblins," Stacey said with a confident nod, staring impressively at her fellow investigators. "They're mischievous, and they like pulling pranks. It's got to be goblins. I thought really hard about it last night, but I couldn't come up with anything," Marcus admitted. "I think..." He didn't get a chance to finish. Across the table from him, Stacey's eyes went wide. She was looking at something over Marcus's shoulder. Marcus turned to see a short boy walking across the canteen, heading right for their table. Marcus dropped the piece of toast he was holding, and his heart started to beat faster. It was Gabe, the kid who'd given them their most recent case. "So," Gabe said, sitting down next to Stacey. "Hey, Gabe. Good to see you," Marcus replied brightly, trying to hide how nervous he felt. "How's the case coming along?" Gabe said with a sigh, rubbing his temples. Marcus nervously glanced over to Stacey. They'd been working on Gabe's case for weeks, but they hadn't had any leads. They didn't want Gabe to know that, though. Marcus was sure they just needed more time. "Well, we've been looking into it, and we're closer than we were before to discovering why the school bananas are always bruised on Thursdays. We're considering all possibilities." Stacey paused for dramatic effect. "Even goblins?" Gabe's eyebrows raised at the word goblin. There was a long pause, and then he just said, "So you still haven't solved the case?" Marcus and Liza exchanged an anxious glance. "We tried pretty hard," Marcus said. "Really?" Gabe huffed. "It's true," said Stacey quickly. "Firstly, we snuck into the back of the canteen so we could see the bananas when they first got delivered." She was cut off by Asim. "No bruises," he said with a sigh, taking his headphones out of his ears. "Then we built a small camera with a tracker," Liza added, "and put it with the bananas to see if anyone was doing anything to them. It was quite a complicated device. It took me a long time to make it, but..." "No bruises and no bruisers," Asim said. They all looked at Gabe. Marcus was desperately hoping that he would understand how hard they'd tried to solve his case. Gabe was quiet again, for another few uncomfortable moments. But you're the Breakfast Club investigators," he said eventually. "You solved the mystery of the beast beyond the fence." Gabe gazed at each of them in awe. Then his face dropped. "I thought this would be easy for you." Marcus clenched his fists in frustration. "Come on, Gabe. You know we can crack this case. We just need more time," Stacey pleaded. But Gabe just shook his head. "It's been over a month. I really need to get to the bottom of this. I mean, bruised bananas are seriously gross. Sorry, guys. It's probably best that you just forget about the case. Forget I even asked you about it to begin with." Gabe got to his feet. "Thank you for all your help." Marcus's stomach dropped. Are you sure?" he said. "Sorry," Gabe said again. "I think this case will have to go to the journalism club. Maybe they'll be able to figure it out." And with that, he walked away. Stacey, Marcus, Asim and Liza watched him go. Marcus groaned. "It's not a big deal, Marcus," said Stacey. "There are always other cases." "There won't be any more cases. That's the problem," said Marcus, annoyed. "If people think we can't solve cases, then they won't bring us any. And without cases, the group would drift apart, and then they wouldn't be friends anymore." Marcus didn't say that last bit out loud. He reached out and grabbed the rest of his toast, finishing it in 3 huge bites. As if on cue, the moment he finished, the school bell rang. Breakfast Club was over. "We need to meet today, after school," Stacey said thoughtfully. Marcus recognised the determined look on her face. "At the hideout?" Marcus asked as he got to his feet. The investigators began to get their stuff together.